Hi friends, my name is Amrish. You're watching Gourmet at Home. Today I will be preparing one of my favorite dessert recipe from southern part of India. And this recipe is served on every festive occasion and it is featured in most of the South Indian restaurants. This dessert recipe is inspired from Payasam, which is a South Indian version of a kheer. And the name of this dessert recipe is Elaneer Payasam. So let's start making the recipe of Elaneer Payasam. For this recipe of Elaneer Payasam, we require some fresh coconut milk, tender coconut, milk, milkmaid or sugar, along with that some green cardamom, cashew nut, almond, some sago seeds and ghee. We will start first by adding milk to the cooking pot. So I am using approximately 750 ml of milk. After adding the milk to the cooking pot, I will crush some green cardamoms and add this to the milk. And this is the time we'll allow the milk to boil and simmer at least for 15 to 20 minutes. The word Eleneer means tender coconut, and this tender coconut adds a nice light texture to this Eleneer Payasam. There are some tips and tricks to this simple recipe. If fresh coconut milk is not available, you can always buy the dehydrated coconut milk, dissolve it in a warm water and add this to the boiling milk. I always prefer to add starch in some form to the Payasam, and in this Eleneer Payasam I will be using sago seeds which I have soaked 2 hours before. So let's prepare the fresh coconut milk in the meantime. We can see the milk is boiling. At this stage, we will add the fresh coconut milk. And as I have mentioned, if the fresh coconut milk is not available, we can always add the dehydrated coconut milk powder, which is a good substitute to the fresh coconut milk. After adding the fresh coconut milk, I will add the soaked sago seeds. After adding the sago seeds, we will allow the Eleneer Payasam to cook for another 15 to 20 minutes. And this delicious recipe of Eleneer Payasam is a perfect ending to any South Indian meal that it deserves. And I believe simple and elegant recipe like Eleneer Payasam doesn't require any regional boundaries. You can always cook this recipe in your kitchen to surprise your family and friends. This is the time we will add milkmaid or sugar to the Eleneer Payasam. So we can see at this stage the Eleneer Payasam has almost reduced to 70% of its consistency. It's not very thick, it's not thin, it's nice, light and creamy in texture. This is the time we'll temper the Eleneer Payasam with some cashew nuts, with some almonds. After adding the tempering of cashew nuts and almonds, we'll turn off the flame and we'll start pouring it in a serving dish allowed to rest in a refrigerator before we serve the Elaneer Payasam. After 45 minutes, we'll remove the Eleneer Payasam from the refrigerator and we will finish it with some tender fresh coconut. This is my favorite recipe from southern part of India, Elaneer Payasam. Simplicity of flavor from coconut and green cardamom. I am sure you will try this recipe in your kitchen, and if you have any of your favorite regional Indian desserts, do share with us. Looking forward to see you again in our next episode of Gourmet at Home.